Hello,
And here we are. Hello.
how are you doing today?
Yeah, I'm fine so far. Everything good. Raining outside, cold, so that's why I have this behind me, feeling more warm and being on holiday.
I love your background. I wish I was there.
Yeah, me too.
Well, that's good. Hopefully you like my background too.
Yeah, also really nice. Good looking.
Well, that's good.
Also the football and also you are good looking. Also, here we go.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
So how's it going today?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of interviews, still interviews I have to do. And yeah, I mean, it looked like there's a big interest of the new album, So very good.
That's good. How do you feel that the album's finally out?
Yeah, I mean, it's so far everything fine. I'm really happy with the new album. What can I say? I mean, the reactions are fantastic so far. Everything good.
Yeah, I was looking at a lot of reviews and it seems like a lot of people are really enjoying the new album. And I saw one person call you the godfather of heavy metal.
Well, Godfather of heavy metal. Yeah, okay, okay, here we go.
So besides the album releasing, are there any like plans to do a tour for the album? Like an official tour in America or in Europe?
What you mean touring?
Yes, for this
Yeah.
album.
Oh, yeah. I mean, so we still have to do four more festivals here in Germany and in Austria. But it's still with the Game Over album, the last album that we had. And then we start on the 3rd of November, I think it's New Jersey, the American tour, and Canada until the middle of December. And then we have a short break. It's short. So we start then the European tour in, I think, the end of January, beginning of February. So there will be a long European tour. And then more stuff is coming up, But at the moment, they're discussing South America, Australia, Japan, and some more festivals for next year already in the pipeline. If you want to call it like this.
Well, that's awesome. I know I'm excited about that as well.
Yeah, so I mean, it's good, to see. I mean, everybody like also touring right now. People was like, ah, yeah, wow, that will be great, with the new album and so on. So I mean, at the moment, everything looks really good.
Yeah, I mean, I guess because of COVID, there hasn't been a lot of concerts and tours for a while, so people are really getting excited now that we can get back out there and actually see shows.
Yeah, I mean, of course. I mean, so that was also not when we had the pandemic, there was like no touring nearly for 2 years, and we had some shows in between. I don't know, 2 or 3 shows in between. And yeah, that was not the nicest time in my life, also for the band. It was not like sitting at home doing, in a way, nothing, okay, working on new songs, doing this and this. But that was the time, you couldn't see your family. It was not possible to go to a restaurant, a lot of things, that was really boring time.
That is true. I'm glad we're past that part of it.
Yeah.
So for the song Touchdown, how did the process start to get that song created?
The process of writing the songs.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, that was also not so easy, let's say it this way. We had a lot of things happen around us. First, still, we start working again during the pandemic stuff. Then we just finished with a new studio in the house of my son. And then there was a big flood in Germany. And also, yeah, especially in the area where my son is living. That means the house was full of water until the living room, So the
No.
whole new studio was gone. And so that was also, then we had to make a break again. So we had to search for some place where we can start working again. So, and then another thing on top was like that the war starts between Russia and Ukraine. So, and of course, our guitar guy, Andre, he was living in Ukraine. And so then we stopped again and we said, okay, he has to go out there, you know. So that took also a while. And then he found a way to get out of the Ukraine. Now he's living in Germany. So there was a lot of things happened, you know. And I think in a way, we put all these, I want to say, emotions, what we had about this, all this shit, what was going on, you know, to put this in this album, you know, like, and that's why I think uh, we made a really, really good album. Also, a little bit different than to the previous album, like Game Over. It's more, I don't want to say aggressive, it's more straightforward thing, you know, and we put a lot of emotions into that. Yeah, so, and that was in a way the process of recording the album.
Right. So why football? I mean, if you look at a bunch of different, heavy metal albums, I've never seen any sort of sports on like any album cover. So I think it's like so unique that you chose that.
Let's say we are not really crazy football fans, you know, crazy about American football. I mean, I was watching that, and also I know my son was watching that. It was not that very often on TV here in Germany, but I mean, that was always like a sport. It was like it's really powerful, also a teamwork, you know, it's really like, yes. And why we call this album Touchdown was like, we didn't, I mean, that was for the first time, we didn't have a title for the album, you know, there was like, wow. There was many things was coming up, but it was like, nah, no, it doesn't fit, no. So and then we was on a South American tour, and we was sitting in a sports bar on the airport, and there was a American football going on, and then always like the word touchdown came up, you know, touchdown, touchdown, and we said, yeah, that's the title for the album, you know, and. And it works together with the music, and it's not only the word for the football, American football thing. I mean, also airplanes are making a touchdown when they landing, you know. And for us, it was like then okay, we also was landing with our music, you know. So in a way, we can also use this for a couple of different things, meaning or meanings. So and then, but then they say, okay, let why not? We are taking all the things of American football onto the cover. I mean, behind you is like a football, looked a little bit more metal. I don't want to play with that. and yeah, and then photo shooting was also like, okay, we don't want to do this time like with in chains and leather, you know, and all be like, oh, evil. No, we said, okay, we had this cover, and then we found a German team, no, Cologne Crocodile, it's called exactly. That's the name of the team. So, and then we said, okay, we want to make pictures in the dress of a football team, you know. So, and we had a good connection there, and they gave us all the stuff. But I tell you, that was not so easy to put all that stuff on, you know. It was like, whoa. But I think, you know, sometimes it's good to do something different than always the normal metal things, you know, like, oh yeah, and like this. No, I mean, and I mean, it fits, everything fits together. And so far, the people say, yeah, something different. Why not? You know, and then so everything, yeah, I'm happy that what we did also with the cover, with the photo sessions and everything. So it works very well, and it's always good to do a little surprise for the people, you know.
Yeah, for sure. Like I said, I think it's so different because you don't really see metal bands having this kind of cover. So I think it's so awesome that it's so different.
Yeah. So, I mean, why not? You know, I mean, it's always good to do something different, you know. I don't know, maybe the next time, I don't know. It depends. how the title is of the album, and then you get also something like you have to think about a lot of things. It's not only the cover and you look like how you look on pictures. It's also like you have to do some marketing, what is good for merchandising, and so on and on. There are little things behind. So, and with Touchdown, perfect.
Did you also design the album cover?
Yeah, I mean, we had out the guy who was taking the pictures. We said, okay, we want to have something with the touchdown and the football, and he came up with this cover. Was perfect.
Yeah, like I said, I really, really like it. I think, especially as someone, I mean, I've just recently gotten into a lot of like heavy metal bands. And when I saw
Hmm.
the cover, like it made me want to listen to it. I'm like, this looks like it's going to be a good album. And I saw the video for Touchdown, which are you able to tell us a little bit more about the violin? Because you're kind of just listening to the song and then this violin comes in and it's like, it just makes the song so much better.
Yeah, I mean, also the title song, is really fast. The lyrics about this game, definitely, like helmet against helmet. An arm in arm and all that stuff. It means the whole. It's about the football team. So yeah, I mean, it's also this song Touchdown when we had the title was not there, so we were just composing the song when we had the title for the album. It was like, okay, we need something like where we can put Touchdown in. So here we go. I mean, and also the rest of the songs, I mean, like Isolation Man is about the pandemic. Um, uh, the flood is about what happened with my son, with the house. And also the Fight for Your Right is like about what Andre has in when he was in Ukraine and the bombs falling down and all that stuff. And
Right.
yeah, it's in a way it was quite easy to write lyrics also for this album.
Hmm. Well, for the touchdown, I think the drums, your voice, like the guitar, it just all works so well together. The violin, like it's just a fantastic song.
Yeah, I mean the voice, of course. I mean, I think I'm really lucky that my voice is still working. Some people say it's better working than before. And yeah, I mean also our guitar players, they're working also together. Let's say there is no ego in this band. It's like we are working as a team. And that I think is the best thing what you can do in a band. Then instead of having only one guy and he's said now we have to do it like this and this and this and this and this. No, that is I think for me wrong.
So
So I mean everything works perfectly.
it sounds like you guys work together as a team versus one person saying, no, do this, do this. You guys all kind of come together to collect your ideas.
Yeah, I mean, so of course they're coming up with ideas, and then we start talking about it. Then they say, yeah, that's a good riff, but we need something here, we need something there, and also both guitar players also they say, oh, nah, maybe we can do it in this key, or you can do it like this, and blah blah blah. So that's the way how you can be creative, and that's I think it's a very important thing in a band.
For sure. So I have to ask, are there any more music videos in the works for this album that you can tell us?
Or we have the first lyric video was Forever Free. The second one was the performance video Touchdown on YouTube, and now I think it's out already. Fight for Your Right. It's the three or two lyric video, but I think that's it at the moment. Maybe we put some when we are on the Touchdown tour. I think maybe there will be some live stuff coming up on YouTube.
Okay, that's always good to know. So my last question here is, what was your favorite part of creating this album?
It's what?
What was your favorite part about creating it? Like, what was the best part about creating this album, Touchdown?
The most favorite song.
More like your favorite part. Like, was it working with your son, writing lyrics, working with the band?
Well, I mean, the favorite part was definitely like the vocal session what I had on this album. That was very interesting for me, what I said before, to work together with my son. and that was really creative, and also it showed me that I can do more stuff with my vocals. That was the best part for me.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for taking this time to interview with me. And again, the album is really great. And thank you so much for interviewing.
Oh, thank you very much for having me. Okay, thank you. Bye bye.